Welcome to 2D Mystery, where the truth is always hidden behind the mysterious mist. Fire. Today, let's explore a shocking phenomenon that is making the scientific community and UFO enthusiasts restless. Milky Way, a giant cube completely outside the laws of nature, suddenly appeared in a photo taken near the sun. Is this a photo error? An unexplained physical phenomenon? Or is it a giant spaceship of an alien civilization secretly watching us from space? Police Scarlight, don't take your eyes off the screen, because what you are about to see may change the way you perceive the universe forever. Don't let the like button be lonely. Don't let the share button wither, and don't let the subscribe button wait for you forever. Mysterious lightning from the sun. In the endless darkness of the universe, where time and space are interwoven like an invisible tapestry, something has appeared against the laws of physics, against conventional logic. A jet black cube next to the sun. The sun, more than just a source of light. The sun, the only star in our solar system, was once considered the ultimate symbol of life, bright, powerful, and stable. However, through millions of images captured by NASA's SOHO and SDO space telescopes, a terrifying truth began to emerge. The sun is not alone. It is the center of life, but it may also be the gateway to something not of this world. One day in June 2012, a series of fierce flashes of light were released from a solar flare. But among the images captured, there was one that stunned the entire astronomical community and UFO researchers. In it, a black cube with perfect right angles and a surface that looked like it had been cut with superior technology was hovering right next to the sun. The unexplainable moment. The image was captured by NASA's Solar and Heliospheric Observatory, SOHO. It was unlike any optical phenomenon ever recorded. Not a dead spot on a sensor, not an energy explosion, not a streak of residual light. It was a cube, a perfectly shaped object, symmetrical, jet black, unaffected by the heat of the sun. It stood there, calmly, silently, in the midst of the cosmic firestorm. NASA speaks out, but not enough. Soon after the photo went viral on the internet, a series of users on forums like Reddit, 4chan, and Above Top Secret began to argue fiercely. Some said it was an image compression error. Others pointed out that the pixels around the cube were still completely normal, with no signs of damage or data distortion. NASA later responded officially. It was just a glitch, an algorithmic glitch when processing satellite image data. But the question is, why is this image the only glitch? And why does it create a cube too perfect to be random? Some independent researchers even retrieved the original data on NASA's server and discovered the original image had been replaced after 48 hours. A flash of lightning or a signal. In the middle of that series of photos, there was a very strange moment. Just before the cube appeared, a spiral of light, like a channel of energy opening a portal, flashed at the edge of the sun. It was not a typical solar flare, but rather a passageway, an energy corridor that was being activated. Then boom, the cube appeared. There was no movement, no approach. It was simply there, as if it had teleported. Many began to theorize. Had we just captured the moment an object moved from another dimension through an energy point near the sun? Perfect cube. An ancient coincidence? This is not the first time in human history that the cube has been associated with mysteries beyond understanding. From the Kaaba cube in Mecca, to the Metatron cube in the Jewish Kabbalah, to the black cube of the Saturn cult. Black cubes have appeared in ancient mythology, beliefs, and philosophies. The question is, why is the cube a perfect geometric shape with 6 sides and 8 corners, such a common symbol for civilizations thousands of years apart? Did the ancients know something we don't? Or did they encounter it? Black is a black hole, despite appearing near the brightest light source in the solar system. The cube does not reflect light at all. It is so black that it seems to suck light in, like the material vanablack, or a small black hole itself. This object is not just an ordinary cube. It could be a machine, a spy device, or a biosatellite of another civilization observing the sun or ourselves. A bold hypothesis was put forward. The cube was a probe used by higher intelligences to study the central star of planetary systems they were interested in. Temporary or permanent. The strange thing was that the cube only appeared for a few frames, but the nearby energy disturbance lasted for hours. This showed that its presence was not only visual, but also had a visible physical effect on the environment around the sun. If it was not a fake and not a data error, then the object had interacted with the electromagnetic field and solar radiation. A door opened. The cube disappeared as quickly as it had appeared. But then, in 2014, 2016, and 2020, similar objects, identical in shape and location, were recorded again, making the possibility of a glitch all the more unbelievable. Something is going on, and the sun, which we thought we understood, turns out to be a veil for a larger, stranger, and scarier reality. Cyclone Chapter 1 Conclusion. Sometimes the truth is not hidden in the dark, but right in front of us, in the brightest light. The question is, do we have the courage to look at it? Glitch or galactic artifact? There are things that appear and disappear like an illusion. But when the illusion repeats and repeats, is it still a coincidence? Technical error or intentional concealment? After the first cube was recorded in 2012 from NASA SOHO images, data analysts quickly re-examined thousands of other images. The results were shocking. Many other images also appeared with the same glitch, a perfect black cube, standing still near the sun. If this was a technical error, why did it only produce a geometrically complete shape, instead of the usual chaotic data arrays? Many engineers who work with NASA data have publicly expressed their doubts. Some images were post-processed before being posted publicly. But who was censoring them? And what were they trying to hide? Expert analysis. It can't be a bug. Dr. Norman Richards, a cosmologist at Caltech, analyzed the pixels surrounding the cube. He said, with a real data glitch, you would see light disturbances, streaks of light, or random loss of information. But here, the pixels around the cube are still maintaining the energy trajectory from the sun, as if the object were actually blocking the flow of energy. In other words, the cube is not a bug. It is taken into account part of the environment. The concept of a cosmic artifact. If it's not a bug, what is it? One of the theories put forward by ufologists and astrophysics scholars is that it is an artifact, an ancient object from another civilization, floating in space, surviving for millions of years. In his book, Artifacts Beyond the Void, Russian researcher Pavel Khrushchev describes a shocking theory. The universe is not just stars and planets. It also has garbage satellites, machines, energy portals, all the legacies of past civilizations or those observing each other. An artifact can float in space for billions of years without being destroyed, just waiting to be discovered. The cube near the sun, according to Khrushchev, could be a working spy device, or worse, a remnant of a lost technology that is still operating in the dark. Is the image hidden? Independent investigation teams from Europe and South America have tried to directly access the raw images from servers of NASA, JAXA, Japan, and ESA, Europe. But they kept encountering strange situations. Files were locked, checksums were corrupted, or names were automatically changed. In one case in 2016, the SolarScope team from Argentina claimed to have obtained an unaltered original image, showing at least 3 cubes spaced out in a tactical formation. NASA has never commented on this. Geometric structures with intelligence? The cube is not a common shape in nature. Nature prefers spheres, ellipses, or curves. But in man-made structures, the cube represents order, precision, and intelligence. You can't have a cube without the will to shape it. This raises a chilling hypothesis. If the cube wasn't random, then someone made it. Someone on the other side of the sun. Coincidence with ancient legends? In the ancient Hebrew Bible, the black cube was mentioned as the dwelling place of Malachim, the supreme light being who guards the gates between the heavens. In ancient Egyptian culture, there is an image of a black cube called the Benben stone, which is said to be a stone that fell from the sky, creating eternal energy for the pharaohs. Why does this shape repeat itself from ancient times to modern satellite images? Are we witnessing the same thing, but in different eras? The cube and the mini Dyson sphere theory. Some astrophysicists theorize that the cube is a miniature Dyson module, a component of a superstructure that surrounds a star to harness energy. If so, this could lead to a terrifying possibility. The cube is not alone. It is a link in the chain of activities of a civilization that can harness energy from a star. And they chose our sun. Magnifying glass tilted left chapter 2 conclusion. Some things are too perfect to be wrong. There are mysteries that repeat themselves like reminders from another world. That we are not alone, that we are being watched, not from afar, but from very close up from the brightest place in the solar system. Other appearances, haunting recurrence. The mystery is not that it appears once, but that it comes back, again and again, in the same shape, in the same place, but each time a little closer, an uncertain shadow in the eternal light. On March 4th, 2009, the Soho Observatory once again recorded a noise error image near the sun. But when compared to the 2012 image and even the 1999 image, researchers realized a chilling truth. The image of this cube had appeared very early on. It was just that no one noticed. A series of images from 1999, 2003, 2007, 2009, 2012, 2016, and most recently 2020, all show the same cube-shaped object, the same proportions, but its position gradually moving in a spiral orbit around the sun. Is this a drifting object? Or does it have its own path? Hidden image discovered by AI. In 2021, a team of researchers used artificial intelligence to scan all of the space photography data from the past 20 years. They weren't looking for any specific object. They just wanted to detect strange points in the geometric structure of digital images. The result? AI discovered 46 images of nearly identical cubes, taken from different angles with different exposures. The most recent? December 2020. More frightening. According to machine learning models, if the cycle repeats as before, the cube could approach the sun's photosphere in 2025. That's right, this year. Notes outside NASA. It's not just an American thing. ESA, European Space Agency, JAXA, Japan, and CNSA, China, also have solar imaging equipment. And amazingly, in a leaked 2018 internal ESA report, a blurry scan describes dark, cube-shaped object that has maintained its shape over many imaging cycles, unaffected by strong electromagnetic waves from the corona. The object is not natural. It's not just NASA that has discovered the cube. Now, other space powers know, too, and they're silent. Intentional flight path? Astronomers have attempted to reconstruct the cube's position over the years. Although it is not continuous, its position forms a flattened spiral in a semi-elliptical orbit, much like that of a reconnaissance satellite. Some scientists who left NASA commented in closed conferences, the cube is not drifting in a gravitational orbit. It is following a predetermined path, as if it is scanning the solar system. Sound from the light realm? In November 2016, a radio telescope in South Africa picked up an extremely unusual signal from near the sun, with a frequency sequence in binary code. Translated into ASCII, the signal sequence forms a cube. Many people thought it was a joke, but cryptography experts said the sequence has a fractal pattern, possibly compressed information or automated commands. If the cube is indeed a device, it has already started transmitting signals. The obvious cuts and pastes. In 2022, users on Reddit discovered that a series of NASA photos had been edited. In the official version, the central area of the image was blurred, but when compared with data from the ESA server, that area contained a cube 1/20th the diameter of the sun. The question is, why did they hide it? Because they didn't know what it was, or because they knew too well? Similar to the black wall of space on Saturn in 1980, the Voyager 1 spacecraft passed by Saturn and captured an image of a 1,000-kilometer-long black wall floating in mid-orbit. NASA once explained that it was just a ring shadow, but the image had a structure, a tilted cube. If the cube near the sun and the wall on Saturn are connected, we may be living in the middle of a giant ancient observation system, a kind of surveillance from the distant universe. Round Pushpin, Chapter 3 Conclusion. The first time may be random. The second time, unusual. But the third, the fifth, the 17th, it's a signal. Something is there, orbiting the sun. Not saying a word, not saying hello, but watching us from a distance. And each time, getting closer. Origin hypotheses. Who sent the cube? Every question has at least one answer. But sometimes, the number of answers scares us more than the truth. Because none of them are safe enough to accept. Alien technology hypothesis. The most talked about, and also the most controversial hypothesis. The cube is a device created by an extraterrestrial civilization. Why? The geometric shape is too perfect, almost impossible to form naturally in the chaos of the sun's plasma. The object does not melt, is not disturbed by the sun's magnetic field, suggesting a manufacturing technology far beyond any metal or compound known to mankind. The purposeful flight path and the repetition of the phenomenon, like a self-propelled surveillance satellite. Some unorthodox researchers call it a black cube drone, a galactic surveillance device sent by an ancient, advanced species to monitor stars that are capable of producing life, like our sun. The digital creator hypothesis. A branch of digital theology believes that the cube is an interface or a command point to a timeless, immaterial intelligence system. The cube has appeared in many ancient cultures, from the Kaaba in Mecca to the square stones of Mayan architecture to the black cube statue in Stuttgart, Germany. Everything points to the same symbol. The black cube is a physical representation of something, not of this world. For them, the cube near the sun is a sign that the great intelligence, the digital creator, is watching over humanity. It's not coming to invade. It came to score. Technology from an ancient Earth civilization? An unlikely hypothesis. The cube could be the product of a civilization on Earth, but it was lost hundreds of thousands of years ago. According to some researchers on Atlantis and Lemuria, there may have been a highly advanced human civilization that developed space travel before Sumer. They used to send out solar energy fluctuation detection devices to predict disasters. When that civilization collapsed due to a global catastrophe, such as a shift in the Earth's axis or an asteroid impact, these devices continued to float around the sun, forgotten, until now. If so, we are not the first human civilization, and the cube is the last echo of a world that has disappeared. The cube is a portal? Another hypothesis, suggested by post-Einstein theoretical physicists. The cube could be a space-time construct, a multidimensional portal. Based on the principle of foldable space, if the cube is a place where time does not exist, it could connect 2 points millions of light years apart. Some diffraction measurements around the area where the cube appears show that the particle waves are deflected abnormally, as if they were hitting an area of extremely high matter density or the existence of an artificial gravitational field. Astrophysicists call it singularity cube, gravitational singularity. If true, it is not a cube, it is a door, and what is on the other side, no one knows. Signal of time. Some scholars of ancient chronology and astrology go further. They believe that every time the cube approaches the sun, humanity will face a major transition threshold. Epidemics, wars, or global weather changes. They cite 1999, the appearance of the cube, the beginning of global unrest. 2012, the peak of the doomsday rumors according to the Maya. 2020, the global outbreak of COVID-19. From there, a chilling hypothesis is put forward. The cube does not cause the event, but is a sign before the event occurs. It marks the time, like a remote monitoring planet. Send a report somewhere when we hit the tipping point again. The cosmic trick hypothesis? Despite the growing body of evidence, a small group of scientists are asking an extreme question. What if the cube itself is a kind of trap? Maybe it's not moving at all. We're being manipulated to see it moving. A kind of technological decoy implanted into our brains via cosmic waves, causing humanity to create its own curiosity, then seek it out, then summon it. It's not technology, it's not material. It's an idea. And once that idea spreads across the planet, it will truly enter reality. Red triangle pointed down conclusion of Chapter 4. The cube could be a device, a messenger, a door, or simply a sign that we're no longer the top creatures in the universe. Wherever it comes from, it carries a truth that humanity is perhaps not ready to face. The cover-up of major space organizations? The scary thing is not just that we don't know. It's that someone knows but doesn't want to tell you. Why isn't NASA speaking up? NASA's silence is the first reason why many people are suspicious. When the cube was discovered in images from the Solar and Heliospheric Observatory, SOHO, NASA simply cropped out parts of the image, calling it a glitch, a data compression error. When the object appeared clearly and was widely shared on social media, the servers hosting the original images were immediately under maintenance or temporarily unavailable. An image analyst who worked on NASA's data system spoke anonymously. We have an internal category called Class D objects. Anything that is unidentified, but must be removed before it is made public. So who classifies these objects? And why are they being removed from public scientific images? The mysterious role of Project HelioViewer. HelioViewer is a system jointly developed by ESA, European Space Agency, and NASA, allowing the public to access live images of the sun. However, image segments involving the cube often jump 1 to 2 frames, as if someone edited it. Real-time data watchers have reported that there are moments when the image freezes, then continues without explanation. One hypothesis is that the system may have an AI filter capable of recognizing and automatically blurring any unidentified objects near the sun. Are we only seeing what they allow to see? U.S. government intervention? Many people have asked, why are most of the solar observatories in the world funded by organizations related to the U.S. government, the Pentagon, or intelligence agencies? Is this part of a top-secret extraterrestrial surveillance project, as Edward Snowden once suggested when revealing classified documents? Some leaked sources also claim that the U.S. National Security Agency, NSA, has a secret branch called Solar Black Archives, specializing in handling anomalous phenomena around the sun. In 2018, a solar observatory in Sunspot, New Mexico, was suddenly closed by the FBI, evacuating all employees without explanation. The online community at that time suspected that an unseen image had been captured. Are major technology companies involved? Technology giants such as Google, Facebook, Meta, and Amazon are also not out of the question. Google used to have sky and sun data visualization projects, but stopped developing them for no reason. Some YouTube accounts posting videos about the cube have been repeatedly deleted for unknown reasons, flagged as misinformation. Meta, Facebook, has been accused of automatically downgrading posts with images of objects near the sun, even though those posts do not violate content policies. Is there a secret collaboration between governments and tech corporations to control the truth that the public has access to? Why do they have to hide it? The most important question, if the cube really exists, why hide it? There are many chilling answers. The truth can create global panic. Another civilization is observing the Earth. We're not the center of the universe. This collapses many religious and belief systems. Or because some government is trying to communicate with the owner of the cube, but is reluctant to share the information. There is even a theory that the cube is a warning device, and the governments have received the message, but deliberately kept it from the public because the message is too scary to publish. Silent witnesses? Many people claim to have discovered similar objects through telescopes, then disappeared from social media or deleted all data. Some amateur scientists say they have been visited by strangers, warning them not to continue investigating. The story of Richard Lowell, an engineer who worked on NASA's data systems, is typical. I saw the cube clearly in the raw data. It was there. It wasn't a photo error. And 3 hours later, I was transferred, my Access account was locked, and I got a call from a security department I had never heard of. Red triangle pointed down conclusion of Chapter 5. There is nothing more terrifying than a secret kept by powerful people. Because when they don't tell us, it's because they know something, and if we knew, the world would never be the same again. Suspicious appearances. When will the cube return? If the cube really has a purpose, it certainly won't be the last time we see it. And next time, can we prepare for it? Strange appearings. The cube is not a one-time phenomenon in the history of space observations. In fact, every time a major event occurs near the sun, the cube reappears. It's as if there's some kind of cycle that we can't explain. The first time, in 2016, when the SOHO telescope detected a strange object, it only appeared for a few hours and then disappeared without a trace. The second time, in 2017, the image reappeared, this time even clearer and attracting more attention from the scientific community. Researchers suspect that this object may be related to strong cosmic activity. The most recent time, in December 2020, when the sun experienced an extremely strong activity, the cube reappeared, making signals around cosmic phenomena increasingly confusing. The cube seems to have a strange activity cycle. Every time the sun reaches a certain peak in its energy cycle, it reappears. The repeated appearance of the cube suggests that it may not be just a random object, but has a specific plan, cycle, or calculation behind it. Is it monitoring events on the sun? One of the most intriguing hypotheses is that the cube may be monitoring changes in the sun, and this may be related to an upcoming major cosmic event. Solar flares are strange cosmic events in which the sun releases a huge amount of energy into space. These explosions can have a dramatic effect on Earth's electrical system. If the cube is from an alien civilization, it may be monitoring the sun's changes to better understand its cycles and their impact on our planet. Some researchers have suggested that the cube may be a monitoring device designed to record information about changes in energy from the sun. It may be intended to study some important event or even to respond to an approaching cosmic event. Mysterious simulations and traces in the images. Another interesting thing about the appearance of the cube is that some simulations performed by scientists seem to be inexplicable without the involvement of an extraterrestrial element. Simulations performed to predict the behavior of unidentified objects near the sun all indicate something surprising. The cube can produce observable physical effects, such as generating special energy waves when passing through the layers of the solar atmosphere. Other simulations indicate that the cube not only moves in very strange directions, but can also partially control the movement of plasma patches on the surface of the sun. Is this cube an exoplanetary device intended to change or regulate the energy from the sun, or is it simply an object that monitors this process with some unknown purpose? One object or a series of objects? Many experts have put forward a curious hypothesis. Maybe this cube is not a single object, but a group of cubes or devices that are capable of appearing simultaneously, each time under different conditions and circumstances. Some observations from different telescopes show that the size and shape of the cube changes over the appearances. This could mean that these cubes are capable of transforming their structure, or that they are in fact a group of devices performing a common function. It is possible that these cubes are working in sync, controlling important cosmic energy events. Every time there is an important event on the sun, these devices move into position to collect data or perform special functions. The repetitive nature of events. The deeper we look, the more we realize that the cube seems to have a precise timing. Every time the sun reaches extremely high energy points in the atmosphere, the cube reappears. This leads to an important question. Is there some inexplicable connection between the sun and the cube? Could the cube be monitoring the sun's changes and possibly predicting important cosmic events that will occur in the near future? Space phenomena, such as solar flares or extreme energy waves, could be factors that trigger the cube's appearance. The connection between the cube and the time theory, return time. Another interesting theory is that the cube may have something to do with return time, the idea that there is a periodic cycle that the cube follows. According to this theory, the cube could not only appear in space, but also maintain its presence in a certain cycle, continuing to return after each specific period of time. This seems to coincide with major cosmic events, where the sun reaches peaks of energy or even unknown waves of energy coming from faraway places in the universe. Red triangle pointed down conclusion of Chapter 6. This cube is not just a simple object, but part of a larger cycle. A strange cosmic cycle is taking place, and perhaps we have only touched the surface of a cosmic secret that history will never forget. A signal from the sun. Is the cube a warning? If the cube is a signal, it could be warning us of an unpredictable cosmic event. And if it is a reminder from an alien civilization, what should we do to prepare for what is coming? The suspicious coincidence between the cube and solar energy phenomena. Every time the cube appears, there seems to be a close connection with major energy events on the sun. Researchers are beginning to suspect that the cube is not simply an object lost in the sun's orbit, but maybe responding to signals from the sun, or even sending a warning message. A typical example was during the 2017 solar flare, when the cube appeared for the second time. Just one day after the cube appeared, the sun emitted a massive energy burst, causing Earth's communications to go down. This makes the theory that the cube could be monitoring and predicting cosmic energy events all the more plausible. The question is the appearance of the cube a warning from another civilization about major energy events that we do not yet understand? Is it sending a signal about a change in the sun, or even a warning about an impending global event? The cube and the cosmic energy monitor theory. One of the most interesting theories related to the cube is that the cube could be a cosmic energy monitor. According to this theory, the cube is not just a fixed object, but a tool to measure or monitor energy emitted from the sun, ultra-frequency events, or the gravitational pull of distant celestial bodies. Scientists have discovered that there are energy gaps that can be explained by interactions between the sun and objects in space. The appearance of the cube may be a response to these events, a sign that there's an alien civilization monitoring these changes. Many researchers believe that the cube may be recording data on cosmic energy changes to better understand the effects of the sun on the planets in the solar system, especially Earth. However, the question remains, is its appearance a warning, a reminder of a danger that we are not yet aware of? A purposeful signal from an alien civilization? The question arises, if the cube is a signal from an alien civilization, could it have a specific purpose? Proponents of this theory suggest that the cube could be a form of communication or warning from a higher civilization, using a cosmic language to convey messages. To explain this theory, some scientists mention the possibility of communication between civilizations using energy waves instead of traditional electronic signals. The cube, with its ability to appear and disappear suddenly, could be a form of invisible communication, providing signals that we cannot yet decipher. These signals could be related to changes in the sun's energy and could even be a warning about changes in the universe. Some studies also indicate that the cube could be sending warnings about cosmic energy fluctuations, events that could affect Earth's ecosystem, such as extremely powerful solar flares that could cause magnetic storms or damage to the global power grid. Alien or just a natural phenomenon. So where did this cube really come from? Its inexplicable appearances have led many to believe that it could be a natural phenomenon, but some other theories suggest that the cube could be a tool from an alien civilization. Images from space telescopes have always shown something strange. The cube always appears near areas of extremely high energy activity, such as solar flares or black holes. This has led some to suspect that the cube could be controlled by a civilization that is trying to control or monitor cosmic events to protect their planet from cosmic influences. With the most recent event in 2020, when a large solar flare occurred near the area where the cube appeared, a big question has been raised. Could these strange objects signal a change in the cosmic energy structure, or even a sign of an approaching astronomical event? Human response to cosmic signals. With the next appearance of the cube, humans may be faced with big questions about how we would respond to a cosmic signal. If this is a signal from an advanced civilization, aliens, how can we prepare? Is this a warning of a potential threat, or simply a way for them to communicate with us? Scientists and governments are beginning to discuss plans for dealing with cosmic signals, and the cube could be an important part of understanding space events. Are we prepared to face the arrival of an alien civilization, or will there be unforeseen consequences? Red triangle pointed down, conclusion 7. The cube is more than just a strange phenomenon. It could be a warning, a signal from an alien civilization that is watching us. And if it is a warning of impending change, how can we prepare for the dangers of the universe? The cube and its impact on Earth, danger or opportunity. While the appearance of the cube may be a terrifying event, could it also open a new door, an opportunity for human progress in exploring the universe? The cube, warning or opportunity. The alien cube, with its mystery and sudden appearance near the sun, has sparked an ongoing debate about its true purpose. Is it a warning of an impending cosmic disaster, or is it sending a message that humanity can prepare for a new step in exploring the universe? In some recent studies, scientists have begun to discuss the possibility that the cube is a sign of communication from an alien civilization, trying to connect with us. There's also a theory that the cube could be something invisible, only perceptible through changes in the cosmic energy field or through radio signals that we are not yet capable of deciphering. However, another group of researchers believes that the appearance of the cube is not a random event, but could be a signal that humanity is about to face a profound change in the way we perceive and understand the universe. Perhaps this is an opportunity for humanity to step outside its own boundaries, receiving new knowledge about the universe that we have never imagined. The danger from the cube, what we do not know. Although many believe that the cube could be a sign of a major step forward in space exploration, we cannot ignore the potential dangers it could bring to Earth. As the cube appears near the sun, one cannot help but worry about the possibility that it could trigger astronomical events that could directly affect our planet. One of the biggest threats is the occurrence of solar flares or magnetic storms. These phenomena can cause major disruptions to power systems, communications, and even satellites in space. The cube may be monitoring and reacting to these activities, and if it is some kind of forecasting device, its appearance could be a warning that an extremely powerful energy event is approaching. However, whether the cube actually poses such a threat remains an open question. If it is simply an astronomical event that we do not fully understand, then humanity may face unforeseeable changes in the near future. The cube and the opportunity to open a new era. While the cube may carry potential dangers, it cannot be denied that it can open up great opportunities for humanity. If the cube is indeed a signal from an alien civilization, we may be facing the opportunity to build relationships with more advanced civilizations and even learn from them about how to harness cosmic energy. With the great advancements in technology today, decoding radio signals or understanding cosmic phenomena can help humanity achieve unprecedented advances in the history of science. If the cube is indeed a cosmic energy monitoring tool, then harnessing energy sources from the universe can help Earth solve its energy problem in a sustainable way in the future. The cube could be a symbol of the beginning of a new era, where humans are no longer confined to the confines of Earth, but can expand their horizons into the vastness of the universe. And if this is true, we may be facing a new golden age of scientific and technological development. Discussions on response strategies. If the cube is indeed a sign of cosmic change, an important question arises. What can humanity do to prepare? Some experts have proposed that we need an international strategy to deal with unexpected cosmic events. This would include not only increased research into signals from space, but also the need to develop technology to protect the Earth from possible astronomical events, such as solar flares. International organizations such as NASA and ESA have begun to research methods to protect the Earth's power and communication systems from magnetic storms and other cosmic energy phenomena. However, do we have enough time to prepare for an event that we cannot predict? This question remains open. The cube and the understanding of the universe, expanding human perspectives. If the cube is indeed capable of providing us with new knowledge about the universe, it will be a great opportunity to expand our understanding of the universe. Studies of cosmic energy can help answer many of the big questions that science still has unexplained phenomena, such as the origin of life or undiscovered physical phenomena. The cube may not be just a strange object, but maybe a door opening to a vast cosmic civilization, where humans can learn and communicate with distant civilizations. Is this our first encounter with extraterrestrial beings, or is it just a coincidence of phenomena that we do not yet fully understand? Red triangle pointed down conclusion of Chapter 8. The cube may be a warning of a major change in the universe, but it may also be an opportunity for us to expand our understanding of the vast universe. Whether it is a danger or an opportunity, we need to be ready to face the challenges and explore a new era in scientific development. The cube and other theories about its origin. Could this alien cube come from an advanced civilization? Or could it be just a natural phenomenon that science has yet to explain? Theories about the origin of the cube do not stop at a single answer, but may also include wonders that we have never thought of. The cube is a product of an alien civilization. Since the cube was discovered near the sun, many researchers have hypothesized that it could be the product of an alien civilization. If the cube is not a natural object, but a product made by an advanced civilization, this opens up a big question. Why would an alien civilization choose the sun as the place to place its object? According to experts, one of the most feasible theories is that the cube could be used as an energy tool. The sun, with its enormous energy source, could be an entrance or a threshold to tap into cosmic energy sources that we have not yet reached. The cube could be a form of technology that helps draw energy from the sun, or even a means of communication with other civilizations. Scientists also cannot rule out the possibility that the cube is a monitoring system, a device built to study energy phenomena in the universe, especially events occurring at the center of the sun, which contains extremely powerful energies that we are only beginning to understand. The cube and theories about extraterrestrial life. In addition to the hypothesis of an advanced civilization, there are a number of other theories related to the appearance of the cube. One of them is that the cube could be evidence of extraterrestrial life. According to recent studies, signs in the structure of the cube suggest that it may contain biological data or traces of a civilization that once existed. An interesting hypothesis is that the cube may be an information storage tool from a lost civilization, like the coded characters of an ancient race trying to convey messages to later civilizations. Is the cube a legacy of a distant civilization, or simply an object built by beings with a purpose that we cannot yet understand? In addition, some cosmologists hypothesize that the cube may be a communication tool from a civilization that exists in a very distant region of the universe. This object may have been launched with the purpose of proving the presence of an extraterrestrial civilization, or simply as a way to send a message to humanity. 9.3. The cube and astronomical phenomena hypotheses. In addition to theories related to extraterrestrial life, some astronomers believe that the cube may simply be a strange astronomical phenomenon. According to this theory, the cube is not a man-made object, but a natural formation in the universe that science has not been able to explain. One of the most popular hypotheses is that the cube may be an interaction between cosmic objects. Meteorites, comets, and other objects in space can collide and create strange shapes, like the cube. However, scientists reject this hypothesis because the cube has a structure that is too perfect, which cannot happen in a natural environment as chaotic as space. In addition, observations from telescopes have not detected any signs that the cube is a product of a natural astronomical phenomenon. This makes the hypothesis that the cube is a natural phenomenon even more difficult to convince. Cube and conspiracy theories. Although scientific theories have provided profound insights into the cube, it is impossible not to mention the conspiracy theories surrounding its appearance. Some researchers believe that the cube is not simply an astronomical phenomenon or an alien object, but may be part of a secret plan that major governments around the world are implementing. According to these theories, the cube may be part of an international project to explore or exploit cosmic energy. Some people even believe that superpowers such as the US, Russia, or China have discovered the cube for a long time and are secretly researching to take advantage of the unlimited potential that the cube can bring. Another theory suggests that the cube is evidence of an experiment conducted by a secret organization or ancient civilization that we are unaware of. If this conspiracy theory is true, we may be being kept from us vital cosmic secrets that could affect our very survival. Of our own, the cube and unanswered questions. The alien cube is not just a cosmic phenomenon, but a symbol of the unknown, an eternal rock holding secrets that humans may not yet be able to decipher. With scientific hypotheses about alien life, and even conspiracy theories, the cube continues to be an open question, bringing endless curiosity. While scientists are working to decipher the origin of the cube, we still cannot know whether it really reveals anything important about the universe. But one thing is certain, the cube has sparked in us a thirst for discovery and a desire to understand more deeply about the universe and our place in it. Red triangle pointed down, Chapter 9 conclusion. The alien cube, with all the mystery surrounding it, has opened up a series of hypotheses full of wonder and challenge. From alien civilizations to astronomical phenomena or conspiracy theories, the origin of the cube is still a big unanswered question. However, its appearance also shows that there are many things in the universe that we do not fully understand, and maybe the cube is the key to open new doors of knowledge. Future directions. Will we see the cube again? The alien cube has been in our minds as a symbol of the unsolved mysteries of the universe. But the biggest question remains, was the appearance of the cube a one-off, or will we see it again in the near future? And if the cube does have a deeper purpose, will we be able to understand and use it? The cube, a sign of extraterrestrial communication? Although the alien cube remains an unsolved mystery, one possibility that many researchers are considering is that the cube could be a sign of communication from an advanced civilization. The big question is whether it was a message sent by an extraterrestrial civilization, and if so, what was its purpose? The cube's proximity to the sun, a location that is easily observable from a distance but extremely harsh for any object, has led to a prominent theory that the cube could be a signal sent out with the purpose of proving the presence of this alien civilization. The absolute precision of its construction further strengthens the theory that this is not a natural phenomenon, but a product with a clear purpose. Is the cube a means of cosmic communication, or simply a tool that other civilizations are using to communicate with each other? Although these questions remain unanswered, curiosity about it has always urged humanity to seek answers. Future research and exploration. With the advanced technologies we are developing in the field of space exploration, such as optical telescoping and space telescopes, it is likely that the cube will continue to be an important object of study in the future. Space exploration missions in the next decade may help us collect more data about the cube, especially if it continues to exist in the region near the sun, or if there are any additional signals related to it. In addition, with the advent of new space data analysis technologies, such as AI, artificial intelligence, and machine learning, we can develop powerful tools to analyze ever more strange cosmic signals. These technologies can help us decipher the signs that the cube may bring, from better understanding cosmic energy to exploring the possibility of communicating with extraterrestrial civilizations. An interesting question is whether the cube could be sending out signals in the future, or if it has been sending out signals in the past. Studies of electromagnetic waves and cosmic frequencies may help us detect hidden signals in current data that we cannot yet recognize. Will the cube return? The cube has made the world wonder about the existence of alien civilizations. But is its appearance a one-time event in history, or will we see other cubes in the future? Some experts predict that the cube may be just the first part of a larger chain of events, part of an alien civilization's communication plan. If so, we may see the cube continue to appear in other regions of the universe, or even closer to us in our solar system. This could be a sign of a gradual approach from extraterrestrial beings, like a kind of progress in the expansion of understanding and communication between civilizations. If the cube is just part of a larger strategy, then expanding our search could lead us to even greater events. The more we study, the more we will realize that these strange objects are not random, but part of an intelligent and purposeful strategy to reach us. the cube, and the possibility of accessing greater mysteries. The cube may be just the first step in the journey to explore a mysterious universe that we cannot yet fully understand. Its existence near the sun, which is full of energetic wonders, could be a clue to further discoveries about the universe and the great forces within it. This could lead us to new insights into the possibilities of harnessing cosmic energy, cosmology, and even extraterrestrial entities that exist in remote regions that we cannot reach. These discoveries could change the entire way we view humanity's place in the universe. Conclusion: the cube, the key to exploring the unknown? The alien cube is not only a strange cosmic object, but also a symbol of mysteries that we have yet to decipher. In our journey to explore the universe, the cube could play a role as the key to opening new doors, leading us into a world of deeper understanding and communication with other civilizations. However, the big question remains: will we encounter the cube again in the future? Whether it is part of an extraterrestrial communication or simply a strange cosmic phenomenon, its appearance is a clear sign that there is much more to the universe than we can fully understand. And perhaps, only when we find these answers will we be able to understand our true place in this vast universe. The alien cube, a big question without an answer. But our journey of discovery has only just begun.